All right, Temkin and a very large man next to me, at least certainly next, compared to me. Derek Kerstetter joining us here. And what's up, man? How are you?
I'm good, man. Just been working and excited to be here.
How important was it for you to come back to school last year, given how the previous year ended for you?
It was emotional, man. I mean, that was one of the biggest trials I've ever faced. But I mean, it was good. It was good to be able to come back and be able to learn under people like Coach Flood, Coach Sark. They were just great mentors to me, helped me out with my game a lot, and they were very understanding of my injury, so they were able to help me out and get back to where I fully felt like myself, and that's what I was able to do, feel like normal how I played. And honestly, I felt like I got better. I felt like I improved a lot of things by doing all that rehab and being able to constantly improve and get stronger.
So what was the difference there with Kyle Flood coming in?
Kyle Flood, he's awesome, man. He's cool to talk to. He's very personable. I mean, we talk a good amount, and he's able to. He's not a screamer, man. Like, that's not his MO. He's to sit you down and talk to you about what you need to fix, and it's on you to go fix that. Like, he understands that he's coaching you to be the best you can, but you are the one that ultimately has to put it in play.
What position do you want to play in the NFL?
I don't care. I'm cool with whatever. I've played all five, and I'm happy at that.
Is that like common now? I mean, of all the Big 12 offensive linemen that are here, you and Xavier Newman-Johnson, everybody, it seems like everybody's got versatility. They've played along. I mean, how common is that now?
I feel like it's more moving. I mean, that's the way you got to be able to do it. You got to be a selfless guy. I mean, when you look at offensive linemen, that's what they're known for, is just be selfless. And I've played offensive line my whole life, so it's kind of helped me mold that into me.
In terms of like tape, what would you want NFL teams to watch? You playing center? Are you playing right tackle?
Watch it all. Exactly. Watch it. Me playing every position.
What's the difference? Let's just talk specifically about center and right tackle.
Oh, there's a lot of differences, man. I mean, right tackle, you have a completely different world out there. Right tackle. A lot of the time, you're one-on-one pass protecting. It's you versus him. Versus when you go inside, I mean, you're three-man slide, four-man slide, where you constantly have a little more help. Center's job is to set back and be able to help pass off twists and be able to. You're kind of the commander of the offensive line. Whereas a right tackle, you have a lot more one-on-one battles.
And at center too, are you also calling the protections and kind of setting that as well? Is that a lot more of a leadership role for you?
Yeah, exactly. So
did Jake Majors not do as good of a job as you?
No, he did a great job. He did a great job, dude. He was a good dude.
But is it one of those things where it's like, oh, that's the protection here? Oh, I don't know if I would have called that.
Exactly.
So tell me what the season was like with Sark, and again for you, you're coming back from injury.
Yep.
But a brand new coaching staff, you're coming back, you're playing right time. I mean, just take us through what the season was like.
It was different, man. I mean, there was a lot of trials like we saw, but we grew as a team. We did. There was a lot of youth in that team, so it's going to be good to see how they continue to grow and continue, hopefully, on the path they're on to getting better and better. We ended the season with a great win versus Kansas State, but yeah, that's how I call it, a season of growth, man. I mean, you got a new coach, you got a new everything coming in. So it was good to see, with all the bad things that were going on, us stick together and be able to come out and get one last win for the seniors. That group, that was my last time going into DKR.
Do you think that Coach Sark had an issue getting buy-in from some of the guys?
No, I think he was awesome. I mean, he's such an easy guy to talk to. Everybody enjoyed his presence. It's different. He was just... He was a good guy. I liked him a lot, and it was just good to be around him.
So we're here at the Michael Johnson Performance Center. Derek's getting ready for the draft. So what are you working on?
A little bit of everything, man. It's interesting. It's a lot more speed work. How many times you can obviously do 225, your vert, jump. It's not as much. It's not doing different college lifts. It's like a completely different world. So
how is that?
It's different. I've enjoyed it though. I mean, they're obviously experts. They've had a lot of success here in the past, so it's fun to be able to come here and see like, oh, that guy got drafted that high, and I'm doing the same program as him. You know what I mean? So it's cool to see that. And
you're from here, right?
I'm from San Antonio.
Oh, okay, that's right. From Reagan High School.
Yep,
right,
Reagan High School, San Antonio, Texas.
Trevor Knight,
Yep, Trevor Knight, Ty Summers, exactly.
Except the Trevor went to the wrong school, right?
Exactly.
I lived in San Antonio for about 6.5 years.
Okay.
And I lived here for 3 now. So, did you grow up a Cowboy fan?
I'm a Broncos fan.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
I was born in Kansas, and just my brother, he started liking the Cowboys. It was my dad's a Cowboys fan, brother's a Broncos fan, and it was right during the Elway era, so he kind of bandwagoned then and just kind of took me along with him. So.
Do you know Dan Neal at all?
He's been around. Yeah, he opened a Chick-fil-A or something, right? No, he did something.
That might have been Dat went up in Chick-fil-A here.
Yeah.
But Dan was an offensive lineman on those
Yeah.
Broncos teams who played at Texas, and he lives in Austin.
Yeah, he does.
So
they have a bunch of them come around. I mean, it's a good fraternity, man.
Yeah,
it's a
for
good
sure.
Fraternity.
And he's a good dude. I definitely reach out to him because he can help you through this process too.
For sure.
He won Super Bowls with the Broncos.
Yep.
So what have NFL teams told you, if anything, or maybe you've heard through your agent? Like, what do you have to work on?
Just constantly improve my craft, man. I mean, it's one of the biggest things. Constantly, it's important for me to come out on pro day and just do the best that I can. Hopefully, get a good time and jump as well as I can, and just put everything that we've been doing here into play, man. I mean, we've been working and just constantly trying to get better at every single thing. The 40 starts, the verticals, and just taking what they've taught us and putting it in. Then.
Yeah. I mean, do you think that there's a priority now in the NFL for interior linemen, or do you think that like it still remains left tackle and right tackle are such important positions because of the role of passing game?
I think everything's important. I mean, when you look at the offensive line, it's one of the most unified positions in football. I mean, you've got to constantly work together, and I don't think it's just one position needs to be great. I think you need to have good players along everything that mold together well is what a big part that people get lost sometimes, that unity and being able to play with one of each other, and then being able to be versatile in pinches and things like that.
I appreciate it. Oh, one more thing. So Texas has all these freshmen coming in.
Yep.
Can they start as freshmen at the offensive line?
We'll see. I did it, so I mean, I'm not opposed to it. I played at 270 that year, and I had a good time. I mean,
what advice would you give to those kids coming in?
It's a battle, man. When you're young and you're underweight, obviously, you just got to go out there and just fight. I mean, that's part of what it is. Just be the guy that's not going to lose. Just going to constantly go out and just try to prove to the older guys and your brothers that you can handle it and play as a freshman. So.
Derek Kirksetter, I appreciate your time, man, and good luck in the draft process.
Thank you. Appreciate you.